here in this video, I will explain some of Camille's best Menfield focused teams and how to best build him for said teams. So here's a really quick summary of how Camille works. His battle skill summons a flock of bats called Vesper Rings around the enemy and dealing hit infliction. It also generally debuffs the enemy, lowers their attack, and makes them take more hit damage from your allied units. His combo skill triggers when hit infliction on enemies is either consumed or absorbed, and it deals hit damage while recovering SP. So his ultimate deals hit damage and gives hit infliction while recovering some SP. It also changes Camille's next battle skill to this Hunter Pursuit skill, which notably is treated as a combo skill and deals additional high multipliers of damage. So Camille's first talent gives him an additional link buff when hitting an enemy that's being harassed by Vesper Rings, and he also recovers HP. And then his second talent generally gives the team a bit more hit damage as well. For more details, you can always go and check out Camille's tutorial in the game. So just a friendly reminder that this is a Menfield catered video, and if you're looking for a regular Camille build, this might not be the video for you. So honestly, one of the good things I found about a game like Menfield is that you can basically play whatever team you want, however you want, as long as you have good dodging abilities, which I have skill issue with, and the determination to grind. So go ahead and play that. Don't let anyone stop you from living your dreams. But for now, okay, back to business. So a really quick general overview about Camille. If you're not building him as a DPS, which is to say that you're basically using him more like a Vanguard and you want him to buff another DPS in your team, you can use a gear set like for example Frontiers for him, which will reduce his combo skill cooldown, let him like regen SP fast more frequently, and also gives a damage buff to the rest of the team and when he recovers the SP. So this is what their Enfield's test version Camille has, as well as the corresponding pieces that buff his primary and secondary stats. So I assume that most of you guys, playing Enfield playing Menfield will have pulled his signature weapon, but in the case that you didn't get it, there's a few next best replacements. By now there's already been the meme of the Camille with the drill bit, so for 6-star weapons there's Beacon of Duty, which I'm pretty sure you can get from one of the Battle Pass loot boxes, and there's Jet, they're pretty good with him. Unfortunately, it doesn't really seem like the 5-star weapons seem to work well with him, so good luck on that. I hope you get a 6-star weapon. So back to explaining Camille team building. Basically, Camille needs another arts character that can inflict an arts infliction, other than hit infliction, in order to trigger his combo skill, which is like the most important part of playing Camille. So here I will suggest some Camille like Menfield oriented teams that I've personally been using recently. So for the first team, we have tada, Real Menfield, where we suffer but we really enjoy ourselves. This is, in my opinion, for me, basically the best playstyle for an all-man team with like synergy still. I will explain a bit more on the team comp, but basically this team mixes arts damage and some physical based on whoever you want to play, especially like for the open 4 slot. I would say that the arts part of this team can be applied pretty well, especially for mini-mobs, but combination of like physical and arts damage should make it easier, because the arts damage might not be that high all the time. And the second team would be Camille, so-called the way that he's meant to be played. Unfortunately, this means that it's not 100% Menfield yet, but this is a very high damage build that I think is pretty good for bosses, because you have Perlica here, which you can swap out for honestly any other unit you like that can deal other inflictions. Again, I'll talk about that in another video. But so Perlica consistently gives electrification, which then Wolfguard, who is the MVP of this team, can use to fire incredibly high damage shots. So I would say this might be the more like boss fight oriented team, where you can use Wolfguard's high damage very effectively to take down bosses as quickly as possible. But even that said, I actually did test like both of these teams a bit with Rodan, like the first boss at highest difficulty, just to like see the pure DPS possibilities, and surprisingly, actually the difference was not that big. Like I know that, okay, I have a bit of skill issue here, so I'm just saying that it's not 100% accurate, but I'm also not here to min-max nor meta-max. So I think that honestly both teams are pretty viable, so pick whichever you want.